Yo, what up, y'all? I'm back with another video. And y'all saw the title of this video. We're going to get right to it. We're going to stick to the topic because I want y'all to understand that there are so many walking red flags out here. But you as a man or us as men, sometimes we overlook those red flags. I've made videos about walking red flags before, but this time I have a story to tell. Yes, it is story time. I've never done one of these story time videos before, but trust and believe you're going to want to stick around to find out exactly how I started seeing a red flag or dating a red flag. And once I saw the red flags that were in her, yes, I ran the other direction. I got the hell out of Dodge. I had to, because when you overlook certain red flags, what's going to happen is that you're going to end up in the poorhouse. You're going to end up brokenhearted. You're going to end up angry. You're going to end up in a toxic relationship. You're going to end up in the worst position possible when it comes to having relations with a woman. And this video, of course, is for the men, but I need y'all ladies to stick around too, because there are walking red flags for men as well. But this time, y'all have to hear what I have to say so that you don't do the same thing, especially when it comes to dating a man that you actually like. Okay, so I met a young lady. We hit it off. Things were going really well. And it was her birthday. We decided to go out of town for her birthday. Of course, she asked to go out of town and I obliged because I wanted to do something special for her special day. Now, me being the busy man that I am, yes, I'm very busy. I'm extremely busy. I'm always busy. I'm always working. You're not going to catch me not working. My mind is always on getting to that money, right? Getting to the bag. And so I had a lot of things to do, but I still made the arrangements for us to go out of town. I took some time out of my busy schedule in order to make her happy, right? So right then and there, you would think that this young lady would be satisfied. She would be happy with the fact that I am sacrificing my time. I'm taking time out of my day, out of my busy day, in order to do something special for her, right? But no, that was not the case. So we decided to go out of town and we made it down to our destination. We were having a wonderful time. We were having a great time, enjoying each other's company, or so I thought. Because red flag number one was the fact that, and I should have known this, she's one of those females that wants to be a content creator. And when a woman wants to be a content creator, usually it's showing off her body. I'm not going to say all the time because we know intelligent women out there that are content creators. The other ones who have nothing to say, well, they just show their bodies off. They show their clothing, whatever the lifestyle content that they call it. They do travel blogs. And that was red flag number two, because I also noticed that she was trying to use me to create travel blogs. We know those ladies that claim to be boss babes. They claim to be getting to the bag, but they're really not. All the trips that you see them taking, they take with men. I've even seen pictures of females online who post these travel blogs. And if you look closely, you'll see like a masculine arm in the picture. You'll see a shadow of a male that's taller than her in the picture. And that's how you know it's a man. You'll see a shadow in the mirror. You'll see certain signs that they are taking these trips on a man's dime. And so I thought about that too, but I let it slide because I was just like, okay, we're going to have this good time. I've known her for years, so what could go wrong? Or so I thought. And so we were down there having a wonderful time, having a good time. She's one of those women that wants to be a content creator. And so she does the videos showing off her outfits, which of course is showing off her body. She does that type of video. She does the little blogs or whatever. She also does the real estate videos. Yeah, a real estate agent. We know a lot of those also. And so I didn't think anything about it. And we continued to have a good time that day, because I could only take a one-night trip. I had to go out of town the next day. Like I said, I have a busy schedule. I have things to do. And so she knew this and she understood that before we went out of town. Before we even left, she knew that it was going to be for one night, right? So we're down there getting to it or whatever. I decided to take her out on a really nice dinner. Now, I only bought clothes that weren't even casual clothing. It was more like sportswear, you know, tennis shoes, sneakers, some shorts, a t-shirt. That's it. That's all I had on me because I expected us to go down there and just party away, have a couple of drinks, you know, have a good night. But that wasn't the case because, again, I wanted to do something nice for her birthday. So I saw that there was a Roof Chris in the area. What did I do? I made reservations for Roof Chris. It was time to have a good dinner, which, if y'all know me, I love a good steak. And so I took the opportunity to have a good steak. Not to mention, we were celebrating her birthday and I was celebrating what happened to me in my life in a life-changing event. So we were celebrating two things. So we didn't have the proper clothing to go to Roof Chris because I'm the type of man, I am not going to go to Roof Chris in shorts and tennis shoes and a t-shirt. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to look the part. And so she didn't have any type of clothing to really go out either. So we decided to go shopping for an outfit to go out that night. I tell her to pick an outfit. What does she do? She picks a couple of, no, not even a couple. She picks a few outfits. She tries them on and I'm just like, okay, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. Oh yeah, that one looks really good. She can't decide all of a sudden on which one she wants. She can't decide. I told her to pick out an outfit, but she couldn't decide. And so what happens? Can I get these outfits? Okay, cool, whatever. You can get the outfits. I'm not that type of man. If you got it, you got it. But at the same time, y'all have to remember, you don't do this with just anybody. I've known her for several years, for years and years. And so it was nothing. We bought the outfits. You would have thought she would have been grateful then, right? Nah, she wasn't grateful at all. We went back to the telly, got dressed, looking good and all, right? We decided to go out. We have a great dinner, celebrate her birthday. They brought out the little birthday muffin with the candle. She blows it out. We're having a wonderful time. Now, we go back to the telly and she wants to go back out to go party, right? At this point in time, I'm already, you know, I've had a couple of drinks. I'm feeling good. My stomach is full. I really don't feel like going out, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I haven't been out in a while for some drinks. Maybe we should, but then maybe we shouldn't. So she tells me to decide. So I decide on not to go out. So we just decide to chill, relax at the telly, right? Right. So I'm thinking everything is good, everything is grand. It's a great night. She even said it earlier. This is the best birthday that I've ever had. All of that, right? So we end the night on a good note, or so I thought. The next morning, oh, let me backtrack that a little bit. Before that, right, she kept asking me if I was going to take her to some type of store the next day because we didn't have time to go there that day. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, why do I have to take you to that store? But okay, whatever. We can go to that store on the way back because we drove out of town. We drove down there. I didn't have time to do anything else. So the next day comes, we get up kind of late because of course, you know, we were tipsy the night before. We had some drinks, we were feeling good. I decided to sleep in, which I normally don't because I'm always up bright and early getting it. But we decided to sleep in a little bit to the point that it was a little bit later than I wanted to wake up. And by the time we wake up, it's checkout time. It's time to go. Now, I'm telling her that I literally have to get back home because I have to pack, I have to get prepared for my trip out of town. For what? On business. She's fine with that, right? But I could tell that her facial expression has changed, the vibe has changed or whatever. So we get in the vehicle, we get in the car, and we're headed back home. What does she ask me? So we're not going to that store that you promised me? And I'm just like, no. She sits there in silence for a while. So we're really not going to the store that you promised me? I said, no, we're not going. I just told you that I don't have the time to right now. I have business to handle. If I don't handle my business, who's going to pay my bills? Not you. And this is exactly what I told her. Oh, by this time, she starts crying. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correctly. She tries to use the tears on me. That shit, I don't fall for the tears because some people have said that I'm a little cold-hearted. It's not the fact that I'm cold-hearted. It's the fact that I'm very stoic. And those tears they don't mean anything to me. And so while she's sitting there in the passenger seat crying, I'm still driving, put the music up louder. Yeah, I did that. And I'm just minding my business, still driving, right? those tears dry up quickly because she realized that it's not working. Or somebody who would have been like, oh, baby, please, what's wrong, baby? No, I did not care because, like I said, I had business to handle. Not to mention, I already had a good night the night before. So I was ready to get back home. Now, further on down the road, she starts again complaining, oh, you promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me. And I'm telling her, like, wait a minute. First of all, why do I have to take you to the store? So then what does she do? Yes, she fixes her mouth. She fixes her lips to ask me if I'm not going to give her some money to go shopping. I said, no, what am I giving you money to go shopping for? What are you talking about? I don't know why she even thought that I was a trick, because that's exactly what, if a woman has the nerve to ask you for money like that and they're not your girlfriend, you have to remember this too. We're only seeing each other. We're only casually dating. It's nothing serious. And so for you to ask me for money like that, you must think that I'm a trick. And I told her, no, listen, I'm not giving you any money to go shopping. Who do you think this is? Oh, she gets pissed off and mad. You promised me this. You said you were going to do this. You said you were going to do that. So you're not going to do this. So you're not, y'all know the whole drill. She goes through the whole spiel of the tears and everything else. I don't care because I'm still driving. I'm still focused on getting back to our destination. And that's exactly what I do. Then she proceeds to get on the phone with her peoples because I can hear her talking in code. Y'all already know when they start talking in code what that means. They're talking about you. So she's talking in codes. I really don't care either, but I can tell some of the things that she's saying and I can make it out because I'm not stupid. I wasn't born this morning. So I can make out some of the stuff that she was saying. And of course, I'm not the type of dude that's going to yell out, well, nah, that's not real. That's not true. She's lying. I really don't care what her people think about me. I've never met these people. So again, what do I have to do with what she got going on in the passenger seat? Not a damn thing. So I proceed to drive back to our destination. The whole ride, we don't say anything else to each other because in my mind, I'm thinking, and I'm telling y'all right now, gentlemen, this is what y'all need to do once y'all see those red flags, because those were red flags beaming. Those were extreme. Those were burgundy flags. That's how dark these flags were. They were burgundy flags. They were bleeding color. They were bleeding red. And in my mind, this whole time, the whole ride back, not saying anything to each other, I said, once I get her back to her place, I'm dropping her shit off at her doorstep and I'm leaving. And guess what I did as soon as I pulled up to her address? I pulled up, she got out the car, I got her stuff out the trunk, I sat it in front of her doorstep and I left. Because once you realize that a woman is either not worth it or she's trying to use you for whatever reason. She doesn't fit in with your purpose. She's not going to fit into your program. She's one of those women that always wants and always wants and always wants and wants to be in front of the camera and wants to be on social media all the time. Once you see those red flags, y'all have to understand something. It's time to go. And that's exactly what I did because I do not put up with that shit. But some men do. Some men would have drove her back. Matter of fact, some men would have stayed out of work and stayed away from their business trip in order to fulfill whatever needs she had because they felt guilty, because she started crying, because she used the tears on them. Me personally, no, I don't go for that because I know a red flag and I know the consequences of dealing with a woman who is a walking red flag. You are either going to end up broke in the poorhouse, without a job, no money, and stressed out, or in a toxic relationship. And we don't do toxicity over here because I love my peace. So I tell you, whenever you see a walking red flag, and there are so many signs, do not overlook them. Because I understand that sometimes y'all think with that other head, and that other head is always going to get you in trouble. Trust and believe when I tell you. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.